What is up? Happy Monday. Monday fun day. That's a saying, right? It's good to be back. Marketplace is ready to rock. Some of you probably saw, a lot of people were tweeting out yesterday, but we see NBA Top Shot is like on the NBA website now. So it looks like signups are back open. That's what we're hearing. So we're getting excited. We're ready for another week of some NBA basketball. Let's see who we get in the chat here. Craig's up in here. What's up, Craig? CT's in the house. Yeah, we had another Boucher game, baby. Another Boucher game. CJ Frank, what's up, CJ? Glenn Hudson. We the people just have to say Mr. Westbrook, Mr. Trip Dub is a GOAT. Yeah, I don't know if he's a GOAT, but I do. Yeah, Russ is Mr. Trip Dub. That's sure. Did you guys see that tweet of the media trying to make it seem like Durant was shaming Westbrook with the top 5 guys he's ever played with, and he didn't name Russ? And they come on, leave KD alone. Don't edit that out. He remembered Russ. He remembered. Also, what is Dustin doing up this morning, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Deep Threats up in here. Chris Wilson. Look at Tom Bowe, Beamer. The whole gang's all here. Good morning. Drummond heard the slander and is taking out on second stringers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that right there, that makes my point. He's taking it out on those second stringers. All right. We had some basketball this weekend. Hey, also, anybody who checked out the Swiss show this weekend, that was a lot of fun, right? Kevin says good morning to everyone, especially Dustin's professional Google heavy. And there it is. There it is. Bang. Yeah, listen, we did a Swiss show this weekend. That was pretty fun. That was our first time diving into that. And so I think we're going to do that a weekly thing. So if you're not familiar with Swish, it's like a fantasy game within Top Shot. And yeah, every Sunday, I don't know if we figured out the specific time, but we're going to break down the upcoming week. I mean, we only have a few weeks left of it, right, before basketball season's over. So let's go, right? Let's go. Also some info. I believe, Greg, we're going to have some version of an MLB show tonight. So that's fun because we get that Topps pack happening. Alex, I'm going to share Alex's question because he's an OG. Buy the LeBron 3 or spend up a bit and get the 7.5K LeBron. I mean, I think I always side with the lower serial, although that 3 is pretty sick. I don't know. What's the price difference? I think I go 7.5. That's the dunk, right? I think I go 7.5. People asking about packs today, man. I don't know. I think we're actually thinking. I think they're trying to shoot for. Oh wait, they did say Mondays and Thursdays, right? I was thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right. Listen, come on. We're off track here. All right, and that's no one to blame but myself because I'm the only one on here. We're gonna go over yesterday's action. We can talk about big scale too. We'll talk a little bit big scale about some playoff situations, about how Steph Curry might hit 100 threes his next game if he's healthy. We have a lot of stuff to do, but let's get into it real quick. So if you're new to the morning marketplace, why is America trying to kill football? Yeah, I don't know, Davis. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat, though. I like that you're like, I need somebody to talk about this. All right, let's go over yesterday's action here a week ago. So the first game on the slate yesterday, early game, Hawks beat the Pacers 129-117. Just some stuff that stood out for me from that game. John Collins is back. Shout out John Collins. John Collins is back. He didn't do anything crazy, but he is back, and we're excited about that because we want healthy teams. We want healthy teams, right? But you know who did have another monster game? Who we talk about almost seemingly every time the Hawks have a game the night before? Capella, 25 and 24. Capella had 25 points and 24 boards. Now he just keeps doing this. He keeps getting these monster double-doubles. And that's $6 for a 35K moment. His first moment, I mean, it's out of 12K. It's only $23. I don't know. I like it. Trae Young seems to be back and healthy. He had 34 and 11 last night. Or yesterday. It was a day game. The Pacers, man, it's funny. I think because Nate McMillan coached the Pacers for so long, we're so used to them playing slow. They were like a slow, methodical team. And now it's just like raining buckets on both sides. But anyways, Trae Young, $13 for his 35K tribute moment that we're calling it, which is funny. We saw that thing rise and then come back down. His 15K is only $23. First moment on the site is now sub 500. We're at 449 for Trae freaking Young. And who knows? Maybe we get some crazy playoff stuff from Trae. 7,500 LE is only $47. Yeah, some good Trae Young stuff. And then the only thing I wanted to Bogdanovich. I'm not going to pull up Bogdanovich's moments, but he had 23 points again. Yeah, that's right. Big beef for Capella. But man, he just keeps Bogey just keeps putting up 20 points. So he had 23 last night. And then on the Pacers side of things, like if you look at Brogdon's like last few games, let's look at Basketball Reference and then let's pull up Malcolm Brogdon, because I feel like his last few games have been kind of nuts. Here we go. Oh, it starts at okay. We gotta scroll. All right. So here we go. So he had 29, 16, 23, 29, 29. And then I think that was like pretty much after so he missed a few games, right? And then came back 29, 29, 23, 16, 20. Yeah. Malcolm Brogdon's scoring now. That's all I'm saying. He's putting up a ton of points. A lot of Trae Young hate up in here. Shout out JM Football Productions. Also some business. You guys got to like the stream if you haven't yet, right? Because we are under 50%. Y'all gotta like that stream. Get the eyeballs up in here. All right, that's it for that game. Who cares about that game? The thing that everyone wants to talk about, I'm sure, is the Knicks beat the Pelicans 122-112 in OT. Wait, Karen Wall, I want to show this. Did you see Top Shot reply to the guy saying the Hornets commentator needs a moment? It would be great to have commentary in moments. Yeah, I mean, we saw like they could add the Conley thing. So for that All-Star moment, I'd be curious. Yeah, dude, everybody was losing their mind about Zion saying that he likes playing in New York. I thought that was so funny. Granted, the Knicks are in a better place now than they were 2 or 3 years ago. But everyone says they like playing in New York, right? Steph Curry comes to New York. He loves playing in the Garden. Everyone loves playing in the Garden. So it's not a surprise that Zion came into New York and was like, hey, you know what? New York's pretty sick. Like, that's why people move here. But everybody lost their mind being like, oh, here comes Zion coming over to New York. Get out of here. I don't see it happening. Anyways, the only two people we need to talk about from this game, Zion had 34 and 9, and then Randall 33 and 10. And I just want to say, people in the Discord, which if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you can see it in our show notes, are losing their mind about Julius Randle. And they basically, I want to say Sawyer, C. Breezy, those are the two that I think brought it up first, but they were just like, I think I would take Julius Randle over Zion Williamson right now. That's an interesting conversation. I don't think I'm there. That's me. I'm not there. I'm still taking Zion, but Julius Randle is balling. He's absolutely balling. Let me just pull up some Randle moments. Also, I see Dustin in the chat saying, don't worry, we are going to have the Lou Dort report. You know we're having the Lou Dort report. Julius is more I mean, I guess like in this moment right now, sure. But I just don't see a world in which I'm taking Julius Randle over. Like if you're trying to win games right now, I guess you're taking Julius Randle. But I guarantee you, if Zion was playing with Tom Thibodeau, he'd be doing something similar. I mean, he's got to deal with Stan Van Gundy, you know? All right, anyways, Julius Randle, here we go. $7 for his 35K moment. This is his rare out of 2021 is only 147. First moment on the site out of 4,228. It's Cool Cat's still at 50. His Seeing Stars. Okay, so this is where we start getting to, that it's priced down if I'm starting to say like, ooh, Seeing Star looks good, but $35 for a Seeing Star moment. That one stands out. That's all I'm going to say. Zion is the Sean Kemp of the era. Wow. No, I'm with you, Frank. The NBA is much better. As someone who lives in New York, I totally agree. It's been fun It's been fun seeing people pop off about the Knicks. All right. Heat won 109, 107. There's not much to talk about this except Durant left the game 4 minutes in. Was, I think, like a hip contusion, something like that. I don't know. So the Heat won. Bam had 21 and 15. We can look at some Bam moments, but there weren't a lot of stats to pull from this bad boy. But Bam's 35K moment is $6. See, we're seeing that floor of like $5 or $6 for those entry points. 15K, $16. Series 1, 145. Where's his first moment at? Where's that first moment? 375 for his first moment. I don't hate that. You know me, Series 1 first moment guy. All right, now Hornets 109, Blazers 101. And let's get a little background on this, okay? Let's get a little background on this. I played some DFS yesterday, and it was tough. It was tough because they announced my man PJ Washington was back. Missed a few games due to an ankle injury, I believe. He's back. I'm ready to fire him into my lineups. And then the coach comes out and he's like, hey, PJ's not starting. I'm like, damn it. Can't run out PJ. That means he's probably active, but he's inactive, right? And then all of a sudden, my man PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington. Yes, that's what we're talking about. PJ Washington. I think he had 20. Let me pull this up real quick. 23. Where is it? 23 points, 8 rebounds. My man with 4 blocks. 4 blocks. I'm seeing a lot of people say, give me that Miles Bridges segment. Come on, we the people. PJ Washington balled out last night. Absolutely balled out. Off the bench, too. Off the bench. Did it absolutely tank my fantasy lineups? Yes. It destroyed them. But that's fine. Yeah, my name, Carey Jr., who was 3.7K on DraftKings that I rolled out there, played a total of 7 minutes. But I'm with you, John. We got to run that small ball center. So, we are starting. Actually, this is pretty disrespectful to Terry Rozier, who had a monster game, that we're starting with PJ Washington. But know your audience. You know what I mean? First Series 1 moment is down to 127. Good Lord. Even his rookie debut is down to 750. That's gone down like $100 this morning. A lot of PJ slander with his metallic gold. Shout out Greg, who opened that. Is at 240. But Terry Rozier, okay, that's enough PJ. Also, why are we talking about Miles Bridges? I mean, I know Miles Bridges had a couple good games, but like Miles Bridges is a highlight reel. No one's gonna lie about that. He's a highlight reel. I like Miles Bridges, but you think we're gonna start doing Miles Bridges segments? Come on now. Terry Rozier last night though. Terry Rozier 34, 10, and 8. 10 and 8. Wow, there's so much Miles Bridges stuff happening in here. Did you guys get in early on Miles Bridges? Is that what happened? You guys have some Miles Bridges stock? Miles Bridges is a dunk machine. But like, give me PJ. Give me PJ. All right, yeah, Rozier, 34, 10, and 8 last night. $6 for his 35K moment. That metallic gold was a reward, right? Metallic gold challenge is at 1K. His hollow from Lace Him Up Series 1, that's out of 75. I'm not saying go nuts, but his first moment, Lace Him Up, 4K. And then his first moment on the site total out of 1,500 is 215. I like that 1,500 serial. That's for sure. 215. But man, Terry is like, well, a lot of Sean Kemp talk to this morning. I do watch basketball. I'm not saying he's overrated. I didn't say Miles Bridges was overrated. I'm just saying he's a highlight machine. That's what Miles Bridges does. But we're talking about winning basketball. Here we go. Scary Terry did come out. Scary Terry came out. Yeah, he's a buckets machine right now. Absolute buckets. Miles Bridges is the Sean Kemp of Zion's. Very contentious. I just say, listen, you guys are coming in here with some hot Miles Bridges takes. You guys thought I was high for all my okay. All right. With the people. Sorry. I got feisty. Spencer, because he lives in the city, is allowed to say this. So good clarification, Spencer. If you do claim regional dominance, I get it. Deep Threat with a really good point. Top Shot is literally a highlight machine. All right, let's keep moving. In a game that nobody watched, Rockets 114, Magic 110. Only takeaways, Christian Wood, again, like 25 and what was it? 25 and 10? Yeah, 25 and 10. That Cool Cat down to $31. 15K, $12. And then the first moment, 135. I like that. And then now our daily Kevin Porter Jr. check, right? Let's get our Kevin Porter Jr. check. Spicy Take Monday. I like this. All right, here we go. Oh, Daniel, I watched it because I'm sick and took the over. Did you get there, Daniel? Did you get there? All right, I lost my spot. Porter, 22, 7, and 3. Bang. 305 for his first moment. Again, there was no John Wall. Actually, there was nobody. Nobody played for the Rockets last night. Avery Bradley was starting, so this was 2011. Kelly Olynyk, too, it keeps putting up monster numbers, but I don't care. The overhit by 1 point. Shout out Daniel. But yeah, I'm continuing to keep an eye on this Kevin Porter Jr. moment. This has gone all over the place. When we first started looking at this was at like $800. But that's also when the market was on fire. So anyways, I'm paying attention to Kevin Porter Jr. All right, what do we got? We've got 3 games left. The Raptors, speaking of bad basketball, 112, 106. But my man, it's time for the Dort Report. The Dort Report. I said, Dort Report. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Dort Report time. Here we go. Harold Miner. Guys, these takes are wild this morning. We love it. All right, guys, it's too early on a Monday to be feisty in the chat. So I need everyone, come on, we're on the same team here. One team, one dream, all that stuff. Let's be friendly up in there. Granted, none of that was directed towards me, which I appreciate. All right, Lou Dort last night. He had 29 points, 5 for 8 from 3. Lou Dort, Larry Bird, book it. $6 for his 35K moment. His MGLE is 270. His Rising Star all the way down to 137. His first moment, this goes back to the trip. This is kind of the reason I liked, this is kind of the reason I was in on PJ Washington. It was less that I was like, oh, he's nasty. It was more, that like, with the PJ Washington, the thesis of the PJ Washington play was that everyone was losing their damn minds over rookies. Everybody was like, ooh, I got to drop thousands of dollars on Devin Vassell. And my point was like, if we care so much about a Series 2 rookie who's not playing, why aren't we putting that same emphasis on Series 1 rookies who are actually playing? And Lou Dort, triple badge, 308, right? And that was PJ Washington. It was the same thing where this is his rookie moment, his first moment on the site from the first series of Top Shot, and he's actually good. We have evidence of him playing good, winning basketball. So anyways, Lou Dort for 308 sticks out. That's all I'm saying. That was the only positive thing from Oklahoma City last night. There was nothing else positive. Nothing else positive happened from the Thunder. Like even Poku played a shit ton of minutes and was like, Slender Man's baby. All right, here we go. But on the other side, Gary Trent, I'm not really going to look up Gary Trent. He had 23 points, but like, whatever. No one's playing. But the Boucher, 31 and 12. Monster. Baby Capella? No, I'm just kidding. He shoots threes. What a stupid comparison. Honestly, if you unfollow me for that, I understand. $20 for his first moment on the site, $6 for his 35K moment. Also, like if you are someone into Devin Vassell call out. If you are into Swish, this is someone who I like for Swish. Because he's got like a dunk moment, he's going to put up a lot of points. But his first moment on the site, which I do like Chris Boucher, but he puts up blocks for Swish, and we like that. The one thing that kind of sucks about Chris Boucher is you are thinking, you're like, oh, this new young guy is on the scene. And I'm pretty sure Boucher is like 28. So before you like lose your mind, you're like, finally, this young guy's getting run. We should know we are like past, we're past like, this isn't like a 24-year-old. So keep that in mind. But I do love Boucher as like a basketball player. That's where I'm at. All right, a lot of pack talk in here. Spencer was a fantastic callback. Fantastic callback, Spencer. You get a massive points for this. Mike G says, they say they want to do Monday and Thursday pack drops, but I'm wondering when they'll announce Monday drops. Figured I'd hear something by now if there was a drop today, but you never know. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Okay, so that's enough of that game. We have to be one of the only platforms outside of both Toronto and Oklahoma City talking about that game last night. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Okay, I'm excited to talk about this game only because, right, you've been hearing a lot of chatter about the Mavericks. I believe Luka and Cuban have come out being like, we play all of these games. And then we get a 7 seed, which should be in the playoffs, and now we have to be playing a play-in tournament. Like, that's not fair. Well, you know what, Luka? Don't lose to the Kings at home. Don't lose to the Kings at home. The Kings are bad. It's a Luke Walton coach team. The Kings are bad. Kings beat the Mavs 121-107. I just don't. Fox, again, like De'Aaron Fox, every time we talk about him, he's like, well, here's another massive game. 30-12 last night. $7 for his 35K moment, $16 for his 15K moment. That first moment still sitting around 575, his series one out of 1358. That's the one I'm keeping an eye on. I want that to keep coming down. But again, until Sacramento does anything competent, like I don't know. That's a frustrating situation. A plus JPF, A plus. Luka still had a great game last night. Like he had 37, 8, and 4. But Kristaps Porzingis they were going against the Kings, who are terrible at defense, but also terrible against big men, and he had 9 and 11. It was just a weird game. I mean, I get it. It's hard to get up for the Kings, but like if you're complaining about the 7 seed, win more games and become the 6 seed, and you had an opportunity with the Blazers missing Dame. He's going to miss a couple games. They're going to be like, I don't understand. I don't get it. You can't lose that game. Terrence Davis had 23 off the bench, but I don't really care. Harrison Barnes, 24 and 5. De'Aaron Fox is the only person I'm talking about Sacramento. Him and Halliburton. Those are the only 2 dudes I'm talking about moving forward. Or at least the only 2 I'm looking up. And then last but not least, Clippers and Wolves, 124-105. Clippers won. Kawhi's back. Paul George was the only one that put up like stats on the Clippers side. I think he had 23, 7, and 5. And his first moment's down to 245. I mean, I hate Paul George, but that's too cheap. And then Anthony Edwards had actually a decent shooting night last night. I saw he had 23 points and I was like, I can't wait to see this on like 22% shooting, but he was okay. His rising star reward is down to $54 for that 35K moment, which I don't think is terrible if you're just like, I want to see, let's go over to Own the Moment real quick. And I want to check. I want to see how many of those 35Ks are out, because if it's not that many, we probably shouldn't buy that, right? So this is out of 35K. 61% are in circulation. There's still a lot to come out, but all right, 760 for his first moment. Wow, that has dropped. That has dropped. Actually, you know what? While we're doing this, let's do a LaMelo Ball check. I want to see where his first moment's at, because I want to see if I'm spending $1,400 today. Wow, it's down to $1,295. Wow. Okay, something to think about. All right, what else did I miss? Is MLB Tops pack drop later? Yeah, a lot of MLB talk. That's happening tomorrow, I believe, and 420. Nice, took it up. And we're going to be doing a show about that later tonight. We don't know what time yet, but just stay tuned. Check the twits. Speaking of which, if you don't follow us at Top Shot Takes. You can follow me at Mike Zakarian. And like the stream, guys, because we are at 50. Well, we're like right at 50%, but let's get those likes up so I don't have to stress out about it. Wow, Beamer says that LaMelo was down to 1,200 last night. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. Glenn, great point. I'm waiting for playoff P before I buy a moment. Might tank. That's true. We start doing sides of the backboard shit. You are absolutely right. All right, let's do, this is, shout out On the Moment. They have a really cool site that I know is also under renovation, so we're going to see more again. But I kind of start the day by looking at this stuff right here. I like to see the top five gainers every once in a while, an aggressive Boston at maybe because it's Marathon Monday, even though I don't think the marathon's being run today. But the Red Sox are playing a game in the morning. So here we go. Anyways, top five moments. The gainers: Steven Adams, Kevin Porter Jr. The Kevin Porter Jr. one is interesting. Also, the Tatum Series 2 Hollow Icon. I want to look at the hollows in a second. Christian Wood Metallic Gold. And Goran Dragic Metallic Gold. And then the top five loses, Dame, Malik. Now, these make sense, right? The Monk, Temple, Claxton, all of their first moments on the site that everyone was wildly overpaying for because there's not enough of them out there. But yeah, so again, don't buy these until more of these come out. That's what I'll say. And let's take a look at the Cool Cuts Challenge. So we have, what do we got? Three days left of the Cool Cats Challenge. How many people are out there? How many people are out there collecting these? How many people are going after the Cool Cats? Also, Richard Puckett says, can we talk about fixing Top Shot, i.e. better queue system for drops, auction system to replace low ask? I agree with you. Something to replace low ask would be nice. I think low ask is like a weird way to set the value in the marketplace. The queue system for drops, though, I actually think has been pretty solid. I mean, I guess like if you just got here, maybe you don't think that's good, but it's been way better than it was before. I mean, it sucks when there's 300,000 people lining up for 50,000 packs or whatever, but like, what's the flip side of that? Like that there's more packs so that the value goes down. I don't know. Daniel saying Cool Cats got all 10. Congrats. Matt got them. He's still there. We the People finished it. You already know I needed that West God. And Andrew says, judging by other challenges, I'm waiting to the last day to see values on the moments. Yeah, I am also shutting eyeball in the CC4, but can't bring yeah, $60 for Dwight Howard's tough. And Nerdbird completed CC4, first time completing. Congrats. See, that's what's exciting, right? We dunk on the challenges a lot, being like negative EV, bro. But it is fun to collect, and you get a reward for your collection, and that's neat. But yeah, the Dwight Howard for $63, gosh, yikes! I do not want that. Sturge for 50, but you're seeing that like Chris Paul at a tight was in the 50s. The Jeremy Grant thing over the weekend was nuts. Because that was silly. That went up to like six. I bought one for like 45, I think, and saw that it was still going up and like flipped it for 60 and then got it back cheap. I was like, what is going on? I guess there's just not a ton in circulation, so everybody was being silly about it. But anyways, it's good to see this round of Cool Cats was a lot cheaper though, right? It was a lot cheaper. Will we have another pack, including the 15K moments for CC4 before the challenge ends? Hard to tell, Jared. I don't feel comfortable even speculating on that. So that's where I'm at. John says, I like the queue system, except maybe implementing prioritization of people that haven't gotten drops consistently. I do like that, right? The weighted drops. So if you just nail the thing they have to do though, is they have to weight it by type of pack drop. So if it was a common drop versus a rare drop versus a legendary, I feel like you have to separate those out. So if you hit a common drop, you shouldn't be penalized for a legendary drop, in my opinion. Like you have to weight them all equally. I think that's where I'm at. All right. Well, what else did I miss? Spencer, no chance in hell I completed because Spencer lives in Washington and Westbrook is overrated. I sold all my grants at $25 thinking I made a flip. I would have thought that too. But I think, yeah, We the People had 4 grants, sold 3 for 60. Yeah, I think there's just not a lot of them in circulation. And that's why. Glenn, I can't tell if you were trolling me right now. No, I don't see his moments doing much more than what they are right now. Like, I don't know. We don't know when the next pack drop is going to be. Deep Threat said you can finish CC4 twice for the price of one CC2 moment back in the day. That's the truth. That is the truth. Anyways, that's where I'm at with the Cool Cats. I think, actually, I can't remember where I'm at for collecting the Cool Cats. What do I have? I gotta finish it for the LaMelo, but I'm just waiting for these bad boys to drop. So I luckily was all set with Howard and Ibaka. Scooped Adams, overpaid for CP3, and then used some profit from the Jeremy Grant to get the Christian Wood. So now we're just holding. We're just waiting. We're just waiting, trying to get that. All right, what else we got? My favorite LaMarcus moment is when Trey breaks his ankle in his first moment. Polly says, sorry, I'm a bit behind in here, but is there a world in where a couple of years Darius Baisley is awesome? Also, shout out Jay Blaze, who made the show. Shout out Jay Blaze. Okay, let's look at Darius Baisley. So we've talked about the Oklahoma City Thunder quite a bit as being young, potential, interesting long-term holds. You are taking a swing, though. I would say like there's definitely a floor that's low. So I can see a world in which Baisley sucks forever. But what I like about all of these OKC dudes is they've been trying to lose intentionally. You know, they've been trying to tank. That's like the Thunder's whole deal this year. They've got all these picks. They're just letting young guys play, resting guys out of the blue. But Baisley does show flashes of being pretty good. And so series 1 was his rookie moments, 190. So I think that sticks out. I'm getting a package delivered right now. It looks like 200 for his metallic gold series 2, another series 2 for $9, $15K. So a lot of those stick out. So I don't hate it. You have to, there's risk there though, right? Like you could see Baisley doing nothing for Evs. So there's definitely risk there. Man, this UPS guy is just chilling. So what we're going to do while this is happening right now is text my fiance to let her know that there's a package here. So we're doing that. Isn't this fun? Behind the scenes stuff. All right, here we go. It's OKC tanker, yeah. But I don't like Dort, Baisley, Maladon, Poku, SGA, like all of those guys I feel like could pop up. I think I paid like 50. I think I paid 50 like a little fish. Play the peach. No, I don't want to. It's not my package. I don't care. Although he's still waiting. And I don't think my fiance is moving yet. Okay, we're going to keep going. All right, what else you guys got in the chat? I don't even know who we're talking about as a less athletic Josh Smith, but I just like that take. I don't even know who we're talking about. UPS, United Postal Service. Maybe PJ's in the package. You never know. All right, what else you guys have today? This feels like I don't know if it's because, we've been doing a lot of shows. I don't know. Yeah, we do have to look up Jokic. Andrew Johnson, like all you got to do is put his name in the chat and we'll look him up because the Joker, all right, he's gone. We're safe. The Joker, his series 1 moment. We need, wait, I'm sorry. I was reading a question. I'll go back to that in a second. Jokic, here we go. Where is it at? First moment's down to 1,100. Remember when this was like sitting tall at 1,495? Yeah, I like it. If this goes down anymore, we're buying. All right, Richard, our portfolios are getting killed, and we need changes to survive. I'm gonna read it like this because this feels like a moment in a movie. Our portfolios are getting killed, and we need changes to survive. Love the morning marketplace. Love Top Shot. Sorry to come with the change noise, but losing hundreds, thousands is rough. Hey, dude, I'm with you, man. I think if you came in late February when everything was up here and now it's down here, it sucks. My portfolio was worth like 90,000 and now it's not, and that sucks. But if your plan right off the bat was to get involved in late February and then get out in mid-April, then yeah, that plan went to shit. But if you're thinking more long-term about this, you need to kind of have blinders. You need to kind of have blinders on it right now because you were thinking long-term anyways. You weren't planning on selling. You believe in the platform. No one was allowed to sign up until like yesterday. So I think to I understand the feeling of panic and frustration because it sucks. It absolutely sucks to not have it be worth what you put in. But if you believe in it long term and you had invested in moments of players you believe in and that you're excited to collect, then I mean, I think it's too early to be punting. Is my point. I don't hate the idea. I mean, I think they have to be forward thinking and continue, like, not be afraid of change and not be afraid to evolve the platform. Totally agree with that. But Richard, thank you for being here, man. And I appreciate it. I think we should feel comfortable like venting that too. I mean, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Someone asked what my portfolio is looking like. I forget where that question is, but I'll show you. Also shout out on the moment. Here we go. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Here we go. Right there. So this was up to, I don't know, 90 at one point. And here you can see the things that I've gotten recently. I like to look at it this way because it feels more positive when I see the positive things. But yeah, so that's where I'm looking at right here. I'm, hopeful that these Eastern Conference Finals ones continue to go up because there's not a lot of them out there. But yeah, that's where I'm at. 20K, 162 moment zone. Joined, wow, January 16th. I actually at 8:45 a.m. I like that. I like that we know what time it was. Am I the only one who had Series 1 tank over the weekend? No, I'm pretty sure if we actually look at sets, Series 1 base, where is it at? Where you at? Oh, I thought you could just, hold on. Let me go back to this. I thought we could just look at Series 1. There's definitely a way to look at it, but yeah, I saw Series 1 hit the deck too. Thoughts on Series 2, 3-badge rookies still dropping, time to buy. We talked about the rookies a bunch. I think if you think the rookies are good players, I always say this though, right? Like if a rookie moment for a player that sucks isn't worth a lot later. So you got to believe in the player. If there's someone that you're high on that seems to be not valued appropriately in the marketplace, then yeah, there's still time to buy. All right. I'm here for the long. Yeah. Thank you, Richard. Listen, man, I'm trying to get my acting chops, That would be good in a real Pacino accent. I don't want to go by and find it. What else did I miss? Yeah, there. Look at John. Losses aren't realized until you sell, baby. I like that, but that's also like we also have to be careful with tricking ourselves. But I'm with you. All comments needed to be read in dramatic voiceover style. Good morning. Hi, Brandon. Thank you for being here. Oh, Halliburton's first moment is under 500. Is that real? Yeah. So going back to the rookie thing, like Halliburton, I think is going to be really good. Wow. 440, man, it is. To go back to Richard's point, I ripped the Halliburton pack and the Rising Stars drop, and it was worth like 1,600 at a point. So yeah, I feel you, Richard. I feel you. But yeah, I do think that's a good buy. Yeah, Jobu says, when we get to the playoffs and finals, I expect a jump in marketing and new users. I hope so. I mean, it was promising to see it on the NBA site, right? That was pretty promising to see that. And I'm hopeful. We've been hoping that like when the playoffs happen and all these games are on national TV and then maybe there's some marketing and signups are up and like all of those things, we're hoping that just like leads to a bump. But fingers crossed, man. I'm also now, like I had been saying that for a while too. And I think I'm now of the mindset where I'm just this is how I've like lived my comedic life, where it's like, well, I plan for the worst. So even if it doesn't bounce back, we'll still be okay, is what I've been telling myself, with the hope that if it does bounce back, then I'll be pleasantly surprised. JC reviews. Most people were planning on flipping, and that's not really going to be enough for them as a long-term collector who's seen Bitcoin to go. Yeah. Like by the dip. Yeah, I'm with you. Glenda Hudson says, I feel like all of us will be rich after beta, like the early birds on Coinbase. I mean, that's the hope. And I mean, that goes back to like what we're putting in there. You have to be comfortable You have to be comfortable losing all of this, which sucks to say, but that's kind of like all the money that I put in. I'm like, if this goes down to zero, what a ride. The friends we've made along the way is kind of where how I'm approaching that. Yeah. 162 momies. Yeah. We got in early, Eric. We got in early. Has Mike been a shark in the minnow tank this whole time? Oh man, no. Listen, yes, I have, but I haven't like dropped crazy money on it, is what I'll say. I was in early enough that I like was spending what felt like a lot, and then everything shot up, and then I was like, I'm buying a house, baby, and then it came back down. So Deep Threat says, fun fact, there are some of the undistributed Series 1 moments in premium packs now. Is that was announced? That's how they're doing it? I had been like waiting for that to be announced. Oh, I'm ready. JP David, how many in here could actually finish that jingle? Take a look. It's in a book. Yeah, that's true. That's how you date yourself, son. That's how you date yourself. Like, don't let that baby face fool you. This man's in his 30s. All right. Patrick Hand just ran into 730 on Dapper. Should I wait to use it or use it now? Any series? Ooh, Patrick, this is a good question. Also, would love to know how you just ran into it. Would do a 30 for 30 on that. You just ran into 730. All right, let's look at just some stuff that's 730 and cheaper. This is what I will say though, and a Deep Threat can probably talk to this. Shout out to Deep Threat. Who I'm going to say this right now. The Deep Threat's coming on here at some point this week. So a Deep Threat, be ready. I'll reach out. We're going to figure out your schedule and we're going to get you on here. All right, let's look at descending. Wowie. What do we see here?
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
That was what we call organic, baby. Organic. Don't buy that one. That's not the one I would say. Joel Embiid's first moment. Done. That's what I would do. If you are going to spend, that's the one you get right there. $6.99. This is what I will say, though, Patrick. It has been going down for a while, right? So, and every time I have been like, okay, I'm going to scoop it here, it goes down a little bit more. So I think patience is pretty important here. So I would just like target a few things that you're interested in and then attack when you see it. So I'd make a list of all the things you want within that price range. Maybe you want to get multiple things in the $200 range. I don't know. I would make a list. That's what I have. I've made a list of things that I like. Things that if I ran into Dapper, that I'd buy. And then also a bunch of stuff that like some smaller stuff that I want to get to. That's where I'm at. Karen says, yeah, no new people means no. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no new people means no significant increase to the market and transaction velocity. I'm glad they're finally letting people join, but they need more marketing. And I get it. It's still in beta. Send me Miami, baby. Send me Miami. Or Webby, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Andrew. Bought that Embiid on Friday. Shout out Philadelphia. Philadelphia, how much did you get it? How did you get it for? Fist pumping and spilled my coffee. You can tell I'm behind on the chat. I'm just catching up to the PJ stuff. Yeah, let's look at Durant's first moment in Brooklyn, huh? I packed that one. I was excited about that moment. All the way down to 310. Back in my day, that thing was like 1600. Guys, the coffee's hitting good today. Is Deep Threat? Yeah, Deep Threat will be strictly doing financial advice. Deep Threat probably left the chat. He's like, Mike brought me up. I'm out. John Weingart, would you just get one moment for that? Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? I think I would split that up. Oh, no. Okay. For a second, I thought I froze. I think that's up to you, man. I think in that situation, you break it up. You find, I would search in the $200 to $300 range and I'd poke around and I'd be like, okay, you know, like I've mentioned a few of these moments, like I'm interested in Lonzo's first moment, Ingram's first moment, Sabonis's first moment, like a lot of Series 1 stuff. And the way that Series 1 is going right now, it feels like you could scoop up 6 pretty good players for that price. And maybe you like that more than the idea of having like one moment that you're putting your trust in. But when that one moment's Embiid, I would say the ceiling on Embiid is much higher than those 5 people combined. So I don't know. Glenn Hudson said, I grabbed Harden's first moment as a Nets will be worth more after the finals. Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing we need to talk about with the Nets is that I think they've played like 18 minutes together, the 3 of them. I'm not saying they can't figure it out, but at some point they need to get healthy, right? With Durant going down, Kyrie's only playing like 2 out of every 4 weeks. Harden, I mean, when's Harden coming back? I mean, there's no need to rush, right? Because they could probably sleepwalk to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't know. Although I don't know, those Boston Celtics are looking pretty sharp right now. I'm just kidding. I don't feel that way. All right, let's clear these filters. Yeah, I'll hang for like another 15 minutes. If you guys have some more questions, throw them in there. Beamer says, pick one 35K moment and say something nice. All right, here we go. Let's see. One 35K moment, see something nice. Let's filter this by Carmen, by Series 2. Let's do that again. All right, here we go. So let's find a 35K moment. Let's do by. We're gonna go dumpster diving. Let's find something cheap. All right, Kevin Herter, $4. Oh, we're seeing a $4 floor. That's interesting. Chetty Osman's for fun. Let's see. Let's look a little Bruce Brown, huh? Splash. I like Bruce Brown. Oh, and then turns around. Oh yeah, see, here's a good moment, Beamer. That's the opposing team bench too. Wow. Although here's the thing, you know why I kind of like this moment? It seems like he's trying to be LeBron, who's being Curry, and like, ooh, you're not, Bruce. You're not. KD injury versus LeBron injury at 36. I mean, I still think like there's, I think LeBron's going to come back and we're not going to know he was hurt. That's kind of where I'm at. MLB NFTs dropping tomorrow. I don't know anything else about it though. Greg's going to have to talk to us about it tonight because I don't really know. The Nets have, not as a trio that they'll be. I know, but I keep going back and forth. Like I'm more concerned that they're just never all going to be on the floor together. Not that they can't play together. I think if the 3 of them are together, I still think they're going to be really good because KD is just so good. But I'm just at some point, like we have to reckon with the fact that they just might not play together because one of them's hurt. Best under 200 versus MPJ Rising Star. Man, speaking to my heart, talking about MPJ. We love MPJ. All right. We got 200. Did I do it? We'll search by lowest descending. Zubats, no. Poku's first moment is interesting, but you know what I want to look up? How many of Poku's 4K are out? Because if there's not a lot of those out, I don't think you actually buy this yet. 13%. Okay, Poku's not the answer. That's going to come down. If there's someone's first moment, I would lean that probably that we're like overlooking. DeAndre Ayton's first moment is kind of nice. Versus MPJ though, man, I think it's MPJ. I think it's MPJ. And then you get $20, Billy. You can just save it. We have to hate on 35K since Mike loves everything else. Guys, come on, guys. All right, what did I miss here? Ooh, what's the most dangerous 8th seed in the East and West? This is good. Let's look at this, OG. Let me pull it. I mean, it's definitely in the West, right? Because the East is kind of a dumpster fire. Let's see. In the East, let's look at the standings. In the East, so the potential, I mean, if somehow the Heat fall down to the 8th seed, the Heat would be pretty dangerous. But outside of that, like, I'm not scared of the Hornets in the way that they are. constructed right now. The Pacers, not really. Toronto, like the East is so bad, but the West, I mean, with Curry's doing right now, if Curry somehow became the 8th seed, like, I mean, he could just shoot his way through a first round, right? I think I was listening to, I think it was the Ringer NBA show, The Answer with Chris Ryan this weekend, and they were just like, what if Curry just shoots 40 times a game now? Let's just let him chuck. And I think if that happens, who knows? Dallas is in the 7th seed. I don't think they fall out of the 7th seed, although Memphis is right there too. And Memphis, it looks like Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be back this week. I don't think he's going to play tonight, but it looks like he's going to be back this week. So Memphis fully healthy with Triple J. That's pretty scary. Yeah. And then, like, what if Zion, if the Pelicans get in there and you have to play, you're rewarded by playing Zion in the first round. And if the 1 seed is either going to be Utah with Donovan Mitchell, who's banged up, or the Sun, like, it's scary stuff. Scary stuff in the West. Jacob Bentley, Morning Mike, longtime subscriber, first time commenter. I love it. Thoughts long-term on the Jamal Murray set and the set as a whole. The 3 is now the cheapest and the set moments are being burned. Yeah. I don't know if you saw earlier when I was looking at my account, but I own a few of the Eastern Conference Finals for the same reason, where only like 25% of those are in circulation, which is kind of nuts. And let's look at the Western Conference Finals. Where you at? Okay, so let's take a look at this. So this is like Jokic has 50% of his, 50. So 50% seem like they're in circulation, right? So that means out of the 999, we're looking at more like 470 something. That's wrong. What's the math there? 480 something? Nope. Whatever. 490 something? 495? I don't know. Anyway, so you're seeing like 52% of those in play. So I do, and I mean, listen, if you've been here for a while, you know how I feel about the Nuggets. The thing that sucks about Jamal Murray is you have to buckle up and you're like, I'm holding this for a while, because even when he comes back, it's not going to be till like next March or April, and he's going to on minutes restrictions and who knows. So like you have to be so fine with that staying down for a while. But I do love I really like Jamal Murray. I really like the Nuggets. I just want to watch them. I'm so bummed we're not going to see them in the playoffs. But like when you look at the Eastern Conference Finals, this is this is why I was pretty excited about some of those moments when you look at what's in circulation, knowing that what happened? Why can't we see it? Oh, here we go. Knowing that, wait, what? Choose a set, Eastern Conference Finals. I must have hit reset filters. But when you look at those, right, like that Kemba, I have Kemba, Jalen, and Bam, and all of those are 25% in there. The Tyler Hero is 98% because that was a reward for a challenge. But I mean, there's like none of these. There's none of these out there. So I don't know. I like those series as a whole, especially because they're all getting burned. So thank you for commenting, Jacob. Good to see you. I don't know. I can't imagine anyone being like, oh, I'm a Michael Rappaport stan. You know, he says, do you think Kevin Durant has been dropped because of his actions off court? It's probably not helping, but I can't imagine. I don't know. I could be wrong here, though. I could be wrong. Rocket Silas Air, looking to complete the Cool Cats 4 challenges. It's smart to wait for the final day to purchase those. Yeah, I think so. I think you waited out a little bit longer. I would try to make a price point that you're happy with, and once it gets there, that's where I'd fire. Oh, guys, we call him Lemesius. Get out of here. LaMelo. Lemesius. Although, shout out Jack. That is pretty funny. People sleeping that Boston already had a trio before Brooklyn. Yeah. In the 80s, too. In the 80s. Karen says, how do you manage watching games on League Pass, Mike? I tend to watch the most competitive games, and if it becomes a blowout, switch to another, then highlights day after. Yeah, I also watch like the condensed versions the next day. And also being someone that plays daily fantasy, I kind of am watching like a little bit here, a little bit there, and will pop in and out based on rotations. But I usually pick based on the game I'm the most excited about and then go from there. Oh, good point. Yeah, listen, if you guys aren't in the Discord yet, get in the Discord. You can see it in the show notes. And a deep thread said, how many Swish entries did we get? I need to go back and look through that. But we have a Swish Discord, and we also did a Swish show yesterday. So if you're not familiar with Swish, check out that show. It's like it's on our YouTube channel. It's an explainer. And then it's like a fun fantasy game within it. And what we're going to do is try to make like a Top Shot Takes league And who knows? Yeah. But I'm not sure how many we got. Good question. I will be lining up for an MLB pack. That is right. I will be doing that. A lot of people like speculating how much do we think the Russ is going to be worth? Let's see. How many have been completed already? 3,000. Let's say we get up to 6,000. Let's look at the Jokic Cool Cat, because that was out of 6,700's worth 170. My guess is going to be worth like 150. Would be my guess. I don't know what I'm talking about though, so keep that in mind. I'm just guessing. That's where I'm at. People asking, is it a good challenge to complete? It's totally up to you. Like, I'm completing it because I need to finish the master challenge. That's why I'm going after it. But if you're a collector, you like Russell Westbrook, you like the players that are in there, I just wouldn't. We have to adjust the mindset of like, if I complete this challenge, I'm going to get that Russell Westbrook and then I'm retiring. Like, that's not happening. You're probably going to break even on it. But maybe you win the lottery with the serial number. Who knows? Just a heads up, they were allowing signups before you just submitted your email and then usually got an invite within a few minutes. Oh, that's good to know. But they just weren't publicizing it. Oh, a link. Yeah, Karen, if you go in our show notes, right? If you scroll down in our show notes, you'll be able to see, you know what? I'll just throw it in here anyways, because YOLO. I'll throw that in there. There you go. You should see it in the chat. Yeah, KD did own Shannon Sharp. That's true. That is true. All right, y'all. I think we're going to wrap here unless you guys have any final questions to go over. Just a reminder, we do this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. We do Top Shot Takes the whole crew with Dustin and Greg. We do that a few times a week. And then I think tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be there, but Greg and Dustin are going to be doing an MLB show, getting us prepped for the NFT drop tomorrow. So check that out. You can, again, follow us on Twitter at Top Shot Takes, or me and Mike Zakarian. We'll have all the information out there. Couple more questions. Rocket says, should I hold on to my cool cats I use for CC4 and sell during the season? Yeah, you could do that. You could totally do that. Or use them for Swish or Hardcourt whenever that comes. The Westbrook will play out like the Conley from a pricing perspective, I think. Yeah, that's a good comp. Oh, wow. Deep threat. Look at you throw. I know what we talked about doing. We talked about doing like some badges too. We're going to give out some G-Done badges. So shout out to a deep threat. Yeah, we should do a little giveaway. We're still a lot of questions about the MLB stuff. It'll probably be like 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern, something like that. But we'll have some information out about shortly. I'll let Greg know that everybody wants Greg. Alexa says, do you think CC4 moments required for the challenge bump up a little bit in the next 2 days? I actually think it goes the other way. I think it bumps down a little bit. I think it bumps down. I think we already saw the bump for him. That's my thought. All right, y'all. We have to get out of here because I'm sleepy. Good job today, everybody. Thank you again. As always, appreciate everybody how active you are in the chat, because that makes this show far more engaging and far more fun. We'll be back tonight with some baseball, tomorrow again for the morning marketplace. And in the meantime,
PJ Washington.